Okay, I have my 5 colors picked out and some extra cat hair there. This is my color palette for the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. I'm a little behind. The first clue came out yesterday. I'm about to cast on and start it tonight. I think I can hope. So I am using an affordable yarn. It is Knit Picks palette. I do really like Knit Picks. This is like, let's try and focus that. All right, there we go. So I do have 2 balls of every color here, since it is all 50 grams each. Okay, so I went with, there's a couple different palettes, but I went with Stephen West's, one of his recommendations. He obviously had many. I've been watching all the videos, ingesting all the knowledge that I possibly can, but I went with one of his recommendations of choose your favorite color and add some neutrals. So this is called Conch, and like a salmony, corally color is my favorite color. So that's kind of where it started. Red is another, oops, that's not red. Red is another of my favorites. So this is called Pimento. I spent a lot of time, these aren't focusing, but I spent a lot of time looking at what red in Knit Picks palette, because they have a lot of reds. Went best with Conch. I felt like this was it, and when it arrived, I am pleased with that choice. And then I just added some neutrals. So this is cream, this is black, this is silver, I think. Yep, silver. So just added those 3 neutrals. And then I needed another one to get the free shipping, so I added this blush. I just have one of this, and Stephen West said you can have a backup dancer if you like. So this is my backup dancer if I decide, otherwise it'll be for something else. Probably I'll use it. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm going to get started on this. This is going to be my color A, because based on his video today, favorite color, color A. I mean, he said it doesn't matter, and then framing color, I'm going to go with the black. That's kind of what I envisioned, but I almost went with the white. But I'm going to go with black. He keeps saying it doesn't matter, so I'm going to not stress, right? What does he say? Say yes, don't stress. So that's what I'm doing. A, B, and then most of the times he said the rest of the colors don't matter, but in one spot he said C could be another pop of color. Look at all my cat hair. The good thing it's just for myself. So C is going to be my other pop, and then I'm not sure, one of those will be D and one of them will be E. And then eventually maybe this will make an appearance as a backup dancer. So these are my colors. That's my spiel. It's my first ever mystery knit along, my second West Knits pattern, my first ever shawl. I think is my first time working with fingering weight yarn, so lots of firsts. But so this last week, and if there's anything knitting has taught me, it's that I can do anything. I can do it. So it makes me feel good. I'm not intimidated by this. I'm just excited. Already, I'm really excited about the community and camaraderie and how fun and positive Stephen West is as a designer, leader, inspiration, and just decided to just knit this all together. So here's my colors, there's my spiel. I'm going to cast on in the next few minutes, I hope. So yeah. And then in the future, I'll have a big spoiler alert, so you'll know if it's coming up, so if you don't want to be spoiled. All right. Okay, well, it is Wednesday, October 12th, and I'm just saying hello. I'm catching you up on what I'm doing with my knitting. I'm working, so this week I've only worked on the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along shawl so far. I'm trying to hide from cars because it's awkward. But I like the outdoor light better than the inside light. Anyway, there's so many cars. Okay, where can I go? Anyway, okay, so I'm working on the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. It's still week 1, still clue 1. I'm exactly halfway. There's no spoilers, don't worry. At the beginning, I was nervous about my color choices, and his tagline this year is "Say yes, don't," or one of his taglines is "Say yes, don't stress." And I was doing a very bad job of that. I was hyperventilating with my color choices, and then it was red and black right next to each other, which are 2 of my colors, and that's my high school color, so I was like, oh, it looks like my high school, and I didn't want that. So anyway, but now that I'm further along, I really like it. And again, further along just means half of clue 1, so what, like 6% of the shawl? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so that's where I'm at, and if you follow me along a while, You might be like, where are your other knits? And I also thought you said you were a monogamous knitter. I did say that. Apparently I'm not so monogamous these days with my knitting. I have 2 other projects that are kind of on the needles. I mean, they are on the needles. I'm just not actively working on them all the time. There's the Thea tank, which is a brioche tank. It's green. It's like a dark green, so I'm thinking as long as it's done by Christmas time. There's now a big bus going by. As long as it's done by Christmas, it can be a Florida Christmas wear. So there's no real in immediate timeline for that deadline. And the other one is the Easy Teasy tank or top, and again I work on that here and there, but I'm enjoying when I'm at home the Mr. Knit Along right now. That's been really fun to just sit down and put a show on or a knitting podcast on and enjoy that. And our cat, when we went on vacation, she stayed with some friends and she really liked them and they really liked her, and I think she's mad that she had to come home. So she's not spending as much time with me right now. So that's a funny little tidbit for you. She's doing okay. She's just not as lovey-dovey as she normally is, or was. She'll come around. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm really enjoying the West Knits Mystery Knit Along. At least so far, I could see myself doing this every year, probably. So we'll see. We'll also see how many times I end up wearing this shawl, because this is my first ever shawl. So anyway, I'm just babbling on now. I really wanted to chit chat. Oh, I think I just wanted to say, kind of like with knitting, I've enjoyed going at my own pace, doing what I want to do, not forcing myself to finish a project, picking up a different project when I'm not into the other one I'm working on, which is, an example. I'm past like the yokes and the interesting increase and decrease part for both of those tops I just talked about. So I'm just in the body, and it's just a continual pattern for both all whole time. So I feel like some of the interest might be gone. So I'm just not as engaged in those. So anyway, it's fun to engage in this mystery knit along, and it's exciting, and I really like the community of it. And really just with this say yes, don't stress, kind of embracing that, I guess, is what I've been doing this whole year with knitting. I've definitely embraced personal knitting for myself, knitting products that I want to make. I have, if you don't know, a small business called EB Knits, where I was making, it started with hats, then it went into home goods and things when I moved to Florida. But this year I really let that fall by the wayside. With work, I just don't feel like I have the time. And I could make the time. I could not do the personal knits and make that, but I've just really enjoyed knitting sweaters and garments and not putting pressure on myself to knit for a business or knit for profit. And I've just been knitting for enjoyment. And I kind of feel like I lost a little bit of that, which I've heard people talk about, like, when you make your hobby your business or your income, you can lose the fun of it. And I feel like that's what it was doing to me. So even if it isn't gone forever, I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. I had an idea for a fun Christmas, or not Christmas, but holiday, winter, what I thought would be a good gift release, but I haven't even worked on that yet. It's still just in my mind. So I don't know what will come of that. I don't know where EB Knits is going, but I guess I just wanted to say I have embraced making what I want to make and enjoying my hobby for a hobby, and that's brought me joy this year. So yeah, that's what's up with that. I just had another thought again, and I already forgot it. I don't know, but I'm rambling on for 5 minutes here, so I'm gonna go and get inside. And also a bus is about to pass again, so I will show you progress on my knits as I go. Hi friends, hopefully you can hear me. I have my headphones in just for this little talk. If it's too windy or wavy, I'll cut it out. Anyway, I am at the beach. Obviously, I'm at Cocoa Beach. It is here at Cape Canaveral. I've been here once before with my parents. It's probably the closest beach on the East Coast to Orlando, like Daytona and Smyrna, New Smyrna Beach, and aren't really that much farther. But I just chose to come here. I had a hair appointment that I missed, so I was already planning here to come here after, but then there was a festival and no parking, and I wasn't familiar with the area, so I feel horrible. But we rescheduled, and she seemed understanding, so I appreciate that. But I'm at the beach, and I've wanted to catch you up on some things for a little while now, but I keep forgetting. So here goes. Well, first let me tell you what I'm wearing. This, because I made both things. This is a sun hat. This is Rah Rah Raffia yarn by Wool and the Gang. I have this lilac color. I don't even know if they make the lilac anymore. And then I made a few more since for my grandma actually. And I'm making another kind of sun hat for myself. If you've seen past videos, but that is barely started. Okay, I'm cutting back in to talk again about my hat because I didn't even mention the pattern. There's not really a pattern. I found a tutorial on YouTube and kind of went off that, and then I looked at, in the middle of when I was actually making this a couple years ago, Make and Do Crew had released a pattern called the Clio Fedora that I really loved, so I want to try that eventually. But I did take, so this isn't exactly that, I just kind of looked at it for reference, but I did take, to keep the brim all big like this, there's actually a piece of wire in here that I purchased from Lowe's, I believe, and I have a ton left, so I've got to figure out some uses for that, but that's what keeps this brim semi-up and kind of floppy. So yeah, it's not perfect obviously, but it works for me. And yeah, so I would recommend the Clio Fedora hat with her method. I've also heard there's something else you can buy in Etsy that you, in like some kind of floss or string or something that you can put in here, so it's not wire. That would maybe work too, but I've never tried that. Okay, now this is also my first sun hat I made, so it's a little bit big, and I just used this cotton thread or cotton yarn to make it fit, and then you can, let me find it, I added some beads to spice this up a little bit. So yeah, now they're in the front, but I'll fix that later. I like them on the side or the back. And then I am wearing the Sun-Kissed Crop by Knits and Knots Winnipeg. This is what drew me to it. It's crochet. Both of these are crochet. And I just love all the straps. The back has a bow and a knot. And which is really nice when you're laying out on the beach. I just carved a little sand hole for my knot to be in so it doesn't hurt my back. So that was nice. If that makes any sense. But Knits and Knots WPG. She just had a book come out. Her name is Janine. I love her patterns. Oh shoot, I brought another bag that I crocheted, but I left it in the car. I was using it as my purse, and then I just grabbed like a different bag for the beach. So I'll have to show you that because that's another one of her patterns that I really love. So I've been going on for 2.5 minutes now with no knitting to show you. So I'm going to talk about the mystery Knit Along by Stephen West. No spoilers just yet, but they will be coming. It's pretty much the only thing I've been working on the last few weeks. I don't know, I've been in a funk, just to be honest with you. So there's even been a few days I didn't knit at all. But I'm trying to get out of it. Being at the beach just makes me happy. Knitting makes me happy. So I'm trying to combine some things I love. So yes, I finished Clue 1 the day before. Is it as dark as it looks to me, or is my sunglasses are on all of a sudden? Finished Clue 1 last Thursday, like the day before Clue 2 came out. And I started Clue 2 on Saturday. I didn't even start it on the Friday when it came out. But I really liked Clue 1 until the last section. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'll be showing you. I lost some stitches actually. Let me put those, okay. And I'm only like not even halfway through the first section of Clue 2. Alright, now I'm actually going to show you the Stephen West Mr. Knit Along. So, spoilers ahead. Okay, yes, I really did bring this shawl to the beach with me. I only brought 2 of the 5 balls though, because that's the clue I'm working on. But here is, last chance to look away. Here I go. Alright, so here's what it looks like so far. This is section 1, 2, which should show more when it's blocked. It's fun like that. This is 3 with these slip stitch V's. They're really pretty. 4 is these I cords, which I was not into. They took me like forever to do it because I just was not focusing. And that's the end of clue 1 is right here. And then clue 2 is these big holes. And now I'm in the middle of clue 1, but section 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, section 5. So I need to make some more of these stripes. That is where I'm at. My favorite so far, so I'm second guessing my coral and red. I don't know if they even go together that well. Like, I honestly don't know. Just dropped a headphone. I don't know. I'm just going with it. Say yes, don't stress. But I was definitely doing a bad job. So the first day I did this, and then I just did that. And my high school colors, I already told you this, are red and black, so I was like, oh my god, this is awful. But once I kept going, I really like it. I'm super happy with that clue. And this is fun too, these V's. Then, like I said, this is where I got a little off, but it's okay, it's gonna keep going. And here's my progress. This is pink, it's just a random 6 color. So I don't know if we're gonna appear again in the shawl. I am out here scavenging for sticks. I just come out by the pond, and usually just sitting around here on the ground are some sticks like this. I just use them I'm gonna crochet, put my little crochet flowers on the top, and they're thin enough where I can just snap them to whatever length I want, and I will show you soon. There is an alligator that lives over here, but there's a bird over here, so I'm hoping that means the alligator is not here right now. So anyway, I will show you soon. Hello! So I grabbed, these are pretty much all the sticks I could find. I had this idea, so last year for my small biz, Evie Knits, I made pumpkins. And I used sticks. I obviously cut them really short and used them as, the little pumpkin stump, little top. So that's what I'm doing. And then that's kind of where I got the idea. I had these sticks laying around still. So these are from February, from Valentine's Day. Showed these last vlog, and I'm sure many vlogs ago as well. I just keep them in a little old jelly jar. And my sister had an idea about how to decorate this, but I have to ask her again what it was because I don't even remember anymore. Bad listener. So Melissa, if you're watching, remind me to ask you what your idea was to decorate this jar. I'm going to put these on top. So far I've only these flowers that I crocheted last month. So there's a bunch of them here. I have this my pile. I'm thinking for now, they're not gonna go on top. They're probably gonna go like this. And while I am doing this, if I can multitask, I'm thinking I will chit chat about a few things. Okay, so I use ChowGoo needles for all my wool stuff. I still use like cheap wooden things for my other fibers. But I love, 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 love interchangeable needles. One day will be getting a bamboo one as well, probably the Licca. But the accessories, so as you know, I'm doing the Stephen West Mr. Knit Along, and it was getting so big. My largest cord, it was in this set, a 22 inch, and they do give you a little piece that will connect multiple cords. You can make them longer, but I still had the one for the large cords, but I lost the one for the small cords. So I went ahead and bought some new cords. So I really only needed one cord and could have just gone on with my day. But of course, I was like, well, first I'll tell you. So I wanted to support small. I couldn't find a local yarn shop near me that's website worked and functionally, and that had the ChowGoo accessories that I needed. So I went on Etsy, searched it. I found a shop, I believe it's called Anna's Crochet. I'll insert the name here. Unfortunately, I completely just didn't cross my mind to take a picture or record the unboxing or the unwrapping, so that was silly of me. But I went ahead. The cord is currently on, the longest cord I got is currently on my shawl. I think it's a 50-inch. And then I also got a 30-inch large cord and a 30-inch small cord because I thought for sweater knitting, my chest is about 38 inches, so I usually think about a 40-inch chest, so these might be good for that. And then I got a replacement for the small needle connectors that I said I had lost. So the way ChowGoo works is, this is a full set. One side is the small needles, so you have a special set of cords that go with the small needles, and then you have larger needles and larger cords that go with those needles. So, like I said, I had lost, so you have large and small cords, essentially is what I'm getting at. And then there's these little like turnkey guys that help it stay in place. I've never had an issue. I am a huge fan. I've heard great things. So I got a replacement small connector, and then I didn't even know they had large to small cable connectors. So not positive when I'll use this, but that's a large to small cable connector. This is, this was my 50-inch cord that's on my, but every single one comes with those turnkeys, so that's nice. And the packaging's so nice, I just kept it in there. And then I needed one more thing to get it to $35. So I got these twist lace tops 3-inch, but they're a US 1. So if I ever do sock knitting or something, I thought there's not a 1. The smallest here is a US 2. So I thought, gonna get the 1 just to see. So I spent $35 on these cords and accessories. I don't think there's anything else I will need in the near future. And then originally it comes with these really cute colorful markers. You get the turnkeys, and then these are needle stoppers in here. There's ones for the small and the large size, or not needle stoppers, but they go on the ends of your cords so that if you need to use those needles, you just screw these on, and that way you can use those needles, but your work can stay on the cord. And then it also comes with a ruler, gauge swatch, and whatever these are called to figure out the size of the needle that you're using. So I just keep that all in the front pocket of my needle case, and it just stays there all together in its happy little case. And I think it's really nice. So it's an investment, but I think it's definitely worth it. I haven't bought these are the first, needles or needle accessories I've purchased since I got this case, I think. So and that was 2 or 3 years ago now. Probably 3, because I did not live here. It was at least it's got to be 3 years now that I've had this. So I think it's already worth the investment, and it's going to last me many years to come. So yes. Also, I got my hair cut. So it's really short. I like it. I could have even gone a little shorter, I think. Yeah, so next time maybe. But yes, it is cut. I like it. And what else was I going to share? Oh, I watched Christy Glass's Rhinebeck video. I highly recommend that you watch it too. I think it's so fun just to see everyone's different sweaters, and I watched it twice actually. So I watched the live premiere, most of the live premiere, and then I went back last night and just watched the whole thing again while I was knitting on my shawl. Yes, so I highly recommend. And right now, I'm going to go back to watching Twin Orin Knits recap of Rhinebeck. I already watched Whiskey and Wool's recap of her Rhinebeck weekend. So it's just been really fun to see everyone's little synopsis and how they felt about Rhinebeck. So I'm sure I'll be watching more because it looked really like a fun time to be there. I think that's all I had to talk about. I'm going to go back to, because apparently I can't talk and do that at the same time, I'm going to go back to trying to attach these flowers to the sticks, and I will show you how it looks when it's finally done. And I'm going to watch some knitting YouTube videos while I'm at it. I finished. I won't be winning any awards for flower design or bouquet design or whatever this would be called, But that's okay. It's mine. It's not for anyone else. All of the flowers, I did do double. So this is actually 2 flowers, but I didn't like seeing the back. So I put 2 flowers on every one, except for this guy. They're just tied on the back. And this heart next to it is also tied on the back. So that one might be eliminated from this group. But the rest are fine. This rose is a little bit droopy, but you know, whatever. The rest of the roses stand up pretty well for the most part. The yellow one is my favorite. It's right in the middle. So, and then I love, this is pretty. It's actually this is the flower and this is a small flower, but I like how you can see that it looks bigger with the petals behind it. And of course, I already showed this one, but I just love it so much. And yes, so, anyway, my heart's falling out, but okay, here is my knit flower bouquet. Just gonna sit, so it shouldn't have too much movement once I get it arranged nicely. Hopefully, it will be good, so. It's done. It's cute. I'm a fan. I recommend you make your own flower bouquet. It makes me happy, and I cannot keep real flowers or succulents alive to save my life, so this will be much more easy to care for. Okay, spoiler. Today is Thursday, October 28th. Here comes Moonlight, of course. And Clue 4 comes out tomorrow. However, excuse me, sweet face, I'm trying to show my shawl. However, I just finished Clue 2. So I haven't even gotten to Clue 3 yet, and Clue 4 comes out tomorrow. But these, although they were super simple, they just took me a long time. So, yeah, I'm sorry now. Here we go. There's a good shot before Moonlight gets in it again. Alright, I'm going to start Clue 3 right now, but I'm probably going to be about a week behind in the shawl. Okay, friends, I wanted to take a break and show you something because I love Hello Lavender Designs. I've been following her for at least a year now. I love all of her stitch markers that she makes. They are absolutely beautiful. And she just had an affirmations pre-order. It's still live right now. I just wanted to show you because they are so amazing. Here, I'll make it larger. These are sold out, but it's not focusing. Let's see if that's better. There, that focuses a little bit better. But you can check it out for yourself at Hello Lavender Designs and also on her Instagram. Look at how beautiful those are. Then if you get the individual, they come with these amazing little friends or accent markers. So I'm in love with that one. The I Am Loved. I Am Worthy is one of my second favorite too. And then she has these are her no waste collection. I think I'm gonna get these. I don't know. I put them in my cart last night and I haven't done it yet, but they're so beautiful and I've been following her for so long. But anyway, I just wanted to shout her out. If you're not following her yet, Reshmont Hello Lavender Designs, you definitely should be. In my opinion, I think she makes the most beautiful stitch markers. It's just pure gorgeousness. Like, look at it. This is what's available right now. And she's got some other things. And those stitch markers and these earrings. This blue and broom is pretty. Brew and bloom if I was a coffee drinker. So anyway, gorgeousness. Okay, spoilers coming, spoilers coming, spoilers coming. These are actually all also my first balls of yarn still, because these were only 50-gram balls, so I don't know. We'll see how much this last clue uses. Okay, spoilers coming. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Okay, here is my shawl. I'm losing light, so I wanted to show you. This will be my final update for the month of October. It's October 30th at 5:48 p.m. Eastern Time. And I am on Clue 4. So I really quickly got through Clue 3, which is this brioche, and this crisscross, so really pretty. And now I'm on Clue 4. I'm going to do the border. this is all I have so far. It seems like it's gonna be really big. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but we'll see how it looks when it's done. And I think that's the last of the shawl. So, of course, Moonlight loves to be wherever the attention is. But here is my shawl. So there is my final update for October. I'm not even going to show you anything else. The only other thing I've been working on, I barely did like 3 rows of, so this is pretty much all of it. And then those flowers that I did that one night. So, all right, hope you guys had a great month, and I will see you in a few weeks with an update.